Preparing for medical school interviews is a tough task. There's just so many little things that you got to worry about, some little meticulous details, the background, how you look, the eyesight, the thank you emails, all of that stuff is a lot of small little details that people overlook, and these are very important. The interviewers do pay attention to all these details. So in this video, I'm going to go over the top overlooked things that people need to do in their medical school interviews to ace it and get into their dream school. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Kartik Goswami. I'm a third year MD student in Northern California. I've got accepted to over 8 different medical schools, and it was all down to the interview. I've sat on admissions committees. I've helped interview candidates, sat down on admissions, making sure if they get in or not. And on top of that, I used to have a website, thedoctorjourney.com, where I interviewed many different people and helped them make sure that they ace their medical school interviews. So now I'm here to share my tips and tricks to you. Make sure that you ace your medical school interview. And without further ado, let's get into it. First and foremost, before an interviewer even asks you a question, they're gonna look at how you look, how your background looks, the first impression. So make sure you are looking your best. You're wearing a suit, you're wearing a dress, whatever it is, make sure you're wearing the best, most professional wear that you can find. Make sure your hair is done. If you have facial hair, groom that. You know what I'm talking about. Just look the best you absolutely can look. And then on top of that, make sure the background behind you is a plain wall. Now, this right here is not a good background right here. There's a bed, there's a painting, there's a wall, there's so much happening. What you need is a plain wall. So what I'm talking about for a plain wall, let me take you around. This isn't part of the script, but plain wall as in this. This would be perfect for you to make sure that you have the best, most plain background, you look perfect, and you don't have any problems whatsoever. Okay, now that that little vlog trip is all gone, you want a plain background, okay? You don't want any distractions. If you do have something, put a painting in there, make it look nice, maybe a flower on your side or whatever. Make it look good. You should look fly. Your background should look fly. Everything should look fly, okay? And I know some people ask me, they're like, why does this matter? Why is this even important? Trust me, first impressions are what make you. First impressions, let's say you're not wearing a suit, tie, whatever it is, you're not at your flyest. And on top of that, you have like a messy background, like garbage everywhere. They're gonna be like, oh, this kid's already messy, unorganized. Why do we want him at our medical school? So you gotta give a good first impression. You gotta have that authority, the flyness, and look professional. I love the word fly. But make sure that's all great before you even start the interview. So another tip for interviews that you need to know is you need to have questions ready for the interviewer or for the students who are doing the Q&A session before your interview, after your interview, whenever that is. This goes to show that you will have an interest in the school, that you've done research into the school, that you really want to attend this school. For example, if there's a really specific thing, like let's say there's a very specific research. So if you find like a research opportunity that you really like, let's say you're investigating financials of a specific disease, like how much does it cost to get MRIs, X-rays, treatment for like pneumonia, in like that's your interest, your passion, whatever. You're like, I'm really interested in this. I saw that Dr. X does this. Am I able to join this if I come to this school? Does Dr. X take more students? Or you can be like, this curriculum path, you do a systems-based approach, but does that mean that students are able to learn all of pharmacology in enough time for their step 1 exam? Something intricate, complicated that you can find off their website is a good question to ask the interviewer or the students. Really shows that you know your research, shows you have a passion for this medical school, and they're gonna be like, wait, this kid not only interviewed great, they're asking us great questions. This is a really top candidate. We're gonna wanna accept him. And trust me, I've been on the admissions committee, and this is how we think on the admissions committee. So yeah, make sure you ask good questions. So some more tips are that you need to write down answers to every single question you can think of, because writing it out just gets a mental thought ready. You're already pre-prepared to be asked a similar type of question. You'll be like, wait, I already know the answer to this. I know what to do. This is what I'm going to do. And don't worry if you're like, wait, how do I even know what questions interviewers ask? I linked a document in the description below with like the top, I think 20-ish questions that I used to prepare that cover almost every different angle of what they would ask. So copy that down, write your answers to that, get those prepared, and then go forward with it. And then after you write out those answers, I highly suggest you pull out your phone, put it in front of you, and record yourself and talk into the camera. Make sure you're talking into the camera how you would like for an interviewer, and then just talk how you would answer a question. Like read a question, answer it, and then after done recording, watch it yourself, critique yourself. I know it's really uncomfortable, but critique it. Be like, okay, I'm working these weird head movements like this. I'm not answering the question in a professional manner. I'm saying too many ums. So stuff like that. Realize that. And if it's way too awkward for you and you're like, no, I can't do this at all, then you need to have someone else watch it for you, because this is the only and best way to improve. Having personal critique from other people or from yourself can really see, okay, this is where I need to improve. And then you can re-record it the next day and be like, okay, I improved this. Let's see what I can improve further, and keep doing it further and further until you feel perfected with the answer. And I suggest that you practice every day recording yourself, or at least every other day in the couple of weeks leading up to your interview. This will really help refine your natural delivery and your ability to answer questions in a great manner. In addition, if you can get friends or peers to hop on a Zoom call, FaceTime call, or whatever with you, that would be even better, because then you guys can ask each other questions, assuming there are also pre-meds with interviews, and then you can interview each other and critique each other, write down notes, and then tell the person, look, you were making this weird movement, you weren't answering this properly, etc. Stuff like that. I remember when I was a pre-med for interview times, me and like 4 other people hopped on, and we used to write notes for each other, send them to each other, critique each other, and it really helped. It really gave a lot of practice and insight on how to look during a Zoom interview, because let's be real, all these are Zoom interviews nowadays. Also, a thing I forgot to mention, on test day, make sure you look into the camera. Don't look into the screen, look into the camera, because if you look into the camera, on the interviewer's screen, it looks like you're looking into their eyes, which is direct eye contact, makes you look more confident, more professional, it'll come across better. So yeah, keep in mind the eye stuff. And after the interview is done, make sure to send a thank you email. So many people forget to do this, but sending a thank you email is crucial. And don't worry about making like a thank you email. I already have a template. I linked it below in the description. You can copy that down, edit it how you like. Go from there. You can send the same generic one to every person in a way, just change up like the specifics. Easy stuff, easy points, makes you look good, makes you seem like a better candidate, more likely to get in. So besides that, you're good to go. Don't be nervous. You guys are gonna ace this interview, especially if you do all this practice that I outlined for you guys. You're gonna be amazing. You're gonna ace it, look way better than the competition, and it's gonna be great. Go check out my other video on how to prepare for medical school interviews. It has all the details you need to know, and make sure it covers every single little thing. Go check it out. It's a good one. And if you guys have any questions or anything at all, please leave a comment below, like this video, subscribe, or you can even DM me questions on Instagram, whatever you like. I'm there for you guys. And in the meantime, stay happy and stay healthy, everyone. Bye-bye.